Bonjour à tous, c'est la Mé, j'espère que vous allez bien. Du coup, mais je tourne tout de suite la suite de l'épisode, hein. C'est pour ça que vous me voyez avec la même lumière, les mêmes vêtements et compagnie. Et écrabouillé par la chaleur surtout. J'espère que vous ça va. Parce que moi, ça, je ne supporte pas la chaleur. Bon, ben on va essayer de rentrer chez Darius.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Bon, on va prendre un petit peu les trucs. Donc, je peux aller voir Dorothea. Alors, il y a là.
It's locked, all right.
C'est verrouillé, je suppose qu'on peut. Ah, figure antique de Vricolaca. Hop. Du coup, je vais pouvoir parler à Darius un petit peu aussi.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
D'accord.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
C'est bon. Question personnelle.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I shared many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Je pense que c'est bon.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
S'il est malade, lui. Darius, oui. Je suis un Ethercut aussi. Hein. Ouais, me brancher et compagnie. Donc du coup, faut que je passe par là. Allez, allons par là, Dorothea. Oh. Il y a plein de malades. La vache. Ah tiens, un sacré dispensaire. Hein. On peut pas lui en vouloir en fait de faire ce boulot. Hein. Je me dis qu'on va enfin arriver à la conclusion de l'aide pour Neuscrane. Elle est où? Inventaire. Je vais vous laisser mettre sur pause pour la lire. Voilà. Oula. Oui, j'arrive.
He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, doctor. He's still bleeding, doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you alright, doctor?
Non, ça va pas.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery.
Je crois qu'elle a vu. Hein.
Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, doctor.
De toute façon, je crois qu'il va mourir. Hein. Bon, bah il est mort. Il est mort, en plus je crois que Dorothy a vu qu'on était un vampire.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Du coup, on a trouvé Dorothy.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Bon, bah je vais parler avec elle du coup.
To what do I owe this courtesy?
Qu'est-ce que je dois faire?
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Vous êtes une criminelle? Ou quand même pas?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Oh, la musique. Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? L'épargner, je ferme les yeux, mais vous devez démissionner. Charmer, vous avez oublié toute cette histoire. Je vais en finir une bonne fois pour toutes. Ben non, si je tue le pilier de Whitechapel, mais c'est mort. Charmer, c'est pas mon truc. Non, j'aimerais pas qu'on me fasse ça. J'espère que je vais pas le regretter.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Je pense que j'ai fait le meilleur choix possible. Entretien avec un vampire. Ouh, j'ai acquis un niveau de charme. Ça veut dire que je vais pouvoir retourner au dock pour parler à une personne qui était enfermée dans sa maison. Il voulait pas que...
It's locked.
Bon. Bah, ce pauvre R est mort. Bon. De toute façon, je crois que c'était son destin. Wow. C'est là que j'étais ici. Vous allez vous occuper des pauvres gens. Oh là là, il y en a plein. Bon bah c'est parti. J'ai pas le choix. Oh putain! Oh la vache. J'ai pris cher. Super. Je finis une quête et je me fais attaquer. Non mais où? Je suis un gentil vampire. Ne me tuez pas. Je peux passer par là. Je dois rendre compte à Lady Ashbury. Bon, je vais peut-être essayer de faire peut-être une quête. Bon, il me faut absolument le refuge. Se trouver une autre part d'autre part. Non. Et là, je pas pensé essayer non plus. Et là. Ah, d'accord, c'est par là le refuge. Ok. Bon, on a plein de médicaments à faire. Que je calcule. Fatigue. 1. 2, 3, 4. 4 pour la fatigue. Après. La migraine, mais j'ai pas. Il y a un bronchite et un rhume. Ah oui, j'en avais un. Fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4. J'aime pas les bruits. Boîte de pilules. Ok. Ok. Est-ce que je peux améliorer une arme surtout? Il me faut des morceaux de poignée communs encore. Et ça, j'avais pas déjà augmenté? Moi, il me semblait que j'avais amélioré, mais je me souvenais plus. Bon, ben ça absorbera des points de sang du coup. Sinon, plus. On va déjà améliorer ça. Sinon, médoc, on va peut-être en refaire un petit peu plus d'avance. Je sais pas. Un pour l'anémie en plus. Un pour le rhume en plus. 1% en plus. Il faut quoi pour ça? Du permanganate de potassium. Mais personne qui... Je pourrais aller parler à tous les gens. Une quête secondaire à faire. Vas-y, on va aller parler aux garçons.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Oui. Il y a un joli bug.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Il n'y a plus rien à nous dire, je pense. Donc on lui
Do
fait
you need any medical help,
plein de
young
santé.
man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this.
Voilà.
But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this
Oh,
world?
il m'énerve. Qui d'autre était malade du coup? Darius, Richard Nettercut, Benjamin Palmer et son fils, Christina Clayton Darby. Christina, je peux...
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Non. Ah, je peux quand même parler de ça.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
J'ai rien d'autre.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
C'est
I'm
gratos.
shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Mais non, mais il est trop bien, Jonathan, voyez.
Goodbye, miss.
C'est moi qui le joue, il peut être que gentil.
As best you can.
Voilà. C'est un gentleman. Oh, lui, j'ai plus envie de le tuer. Il est passé où de Clayton Derby? Il est là-bas. Voilà.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
J'ai toujours pas d'indice.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Ok. Il est là.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Je sais pas si je peux lui redemander des trucs. Non, je pense que lui, on avait tout eu. Hein. Par contre, on
Do you
peut
need
le
medical
soigner.
attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Ok.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Ok. Où on en est? Pam 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 pam. Il me reste 3 personnes à trouver. Je les ai pas encore trouvées. Darius, je peux aller le soigner. Et le jeune Palmer aussi. Par contre, il faut absolument que je trouve le traitement pour la migraine. Il faut aller par là, je pense, pour aller faire la quête pour le gars, non? Il y en a 3. Ça devrait être possible. Wow! Oh putain. Putain, il fait mal lui. Wow. Il est où le dernier? Wow. Besoin de sang, je suis désolée. Il m'a fait bobo lui, hein. Ah la vache. Je vais récupérer une boîte pour... Ils sont coriaces. Oh. Oh. T'es où? Wow. Ouh, j'avais pas vu pas arriver lui. Oh putain, j'ai peur. Ah les amis. Je sais pas si vous avez autant les jetons que moi, mais...
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside.
Donc nous avons une lettre à l'intérieur. Je vous laisse mettre sur pause.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Je sais pas. Oh, j'ai trouvé une arme. On a deux. Je m'améliore quand même. Voilà. Donc du coup l'objet de la discorde entre les deux amis, bah, c'était la femme de Peterson. Bah du coup il faudrait que je rende la quête. Je rends la lettre à qui? Je sais pas à qui la donner, je sais pas s'il y a des conséquences ou pas. Je vais relire la lettre vite fait. Je vais peut-être la donner à Barrett du coup. Je suis paumée. J'arrive pas à bien me repérer dans la ville, c'est horrible. Moi je vais rendre à lui. J'espère que je fais le bon choix.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile, not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining.
C'est vrai.
He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Bon, on m'a donné 50
Right
unis.
then. Show me what you have.
Comme ça, j'en ai besoin. Voilà. Je suis plus certaine. Bon. On va lui parler. Je suppose qu'on a appris des trucs.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I make some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else. Whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Bon. Est-ce que Darius me laissera entrer maintenant? Mais du coup, il est où Darius encore? Sa maison est par là-bas. Voilà. Sa maison. Je vais finir par m'y retrouver.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
J'ai même pas besoin de charmer pour rentrer. Ça, c'est vous maintenant. Bah, je peux reprendre des trucs du coup. Bah, ça vaut le coup en fait faire plusieurs fois le chemin.
Yes?
Bon, par contre, je peux le
Do you need
soigner.
some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
N'importe
Well,
quoi.
I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It
Ah, j'ai eu
must
serment
be my
d'Hippocrate.
lucky day.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Ils aiment bien avoir de succès. Du coup... Je crois que je vais aller rendre la quête à Lady Ashbury. Par contre... Nous on vient de par là. Oh, je pourrais passer tout par là pour aller au cimetière, mais... Je pense que je ferai ça plus tard. Bon, j'espère qu'il n'y a pas d'ennemis qui ont repop. Bon, mais je peux le soigner.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, alright? Now piss off.
Ok, ok. Oh, ce gamin il m'énerve. Maintenant
Do
de
you need
santé.
assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end
Bon.
up another drunk
Son
arsehole
père, je peux
in
pas le soigner. Dis donc, il y a beaucoup de gens qui étaient malades. Hein. Bon, mais lui, je peux toujours pas le soigner.
Not me.
J'ai peur que son état s'aggrave. Je crois que les gens, ils peuvent mourir si on les soigne pas vite. On repasse par ici. Puis on va retourner à l'hôpital.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Ouh! Ouh, je m'y attendais pas à celle-là. Bon. Oh. Wow. Bon, tu veux bien? Pourquoi? Bon, par contre, j'ai pas de... Il est où le deuxième? Bon, j'ai pas le choix, je vais devoir y aller. Bon, c'est parti. Oh putain. Wow. Ouh là là. Wow, wow. J'ai réussi, putain. Wow. Allez, hop. J'ai réussi. Je pensais que je gérerais pas, mais j'ai bien géré. Bon, ça a été un petit peu juste, mais... Bande de saleté. Heureusement, j'avais mis mes sens vampiriques, car je me suis un petit peu méfiée quand même. Huh. Il m'avait bien attendu. Hein. Ouais, c'est parti, on repart de là. Je vais retourner à l'hôpital. Du coup, je vais aller voir Lady Ashbury. Bon, où j'en suis les quêtes secondaires. Eux, c'est fait. Il me reste un indice à trouver. Il y aura ça à faire. Est-ce que je peux en suivre plusieurs? Ce commandement, il doit pas être très loin, mais je pense qu'il doit pas être facile à faire. Je ferais bien de la quête secondaire après, n'empêche, après avoir parlé à Mademoiselle Lady Ashbury. Je lui parle là. Non. Oula, doucement, ma grande. Purée, elle me fait peur. Bon, bah il est mort.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
La compassion dissimule venir afin de causer du meurtrière. Il vous faisait confiance.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
Ça va, c'est bon.
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Enfin, on va enfin savoir des trucs sur les vampires.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
27 ans, mais bien sûr.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Ah.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Bon, bah, propose-moi.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Ouais, je pense que c'est bon.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Ok,
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
on y va. Hop, 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 hop. J'ai trouvé des trucs dans ma chambre. Non, mais par contre je peux analyser le sang. Et voilà, on a trouvé un autre sérum, sérum d'endurance. Est-ce que je peux augmenter mon arme? Et voilà. Bon, par contre, qu'est-ce que j'augmente? Je vais augmenter déjà le module. Bon, il me faut des morceaux de poignée de qualité. Il me faut 3 morceaux de poignée de qualité, des éclats d'aluminium. Ok. Bon, j'ai pas assez de permanganate de potassium pour refaire du traitement.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Ok. Et voilà, on est au chapitre 3. De cause à effet. On apprend plus sur l'épidémie. Bon, ben je crois qu'on va arrêter là pour cette partie du let's play. Et dans le prochain épisode, on parlera Edgar. Et puis je pense qu'on va partir à l'assaut des quêtes secondaires qu'on a déjà. Puis on repartira à la suite de l'enquête principale. Voilà. Et sur ce, je vous fais de gros bisous. Je vous souhaite une bonne soirée ou une bonne journée. À toutes.